Right, Happy New Year, retards. I'm just going to do a quick video here on some of the Freemasonic. These are certificates that are awarded to new members of whichever said secret club that they've joined. Now, I've been on eBay, I've been screenshotting, printing, I've been laminating. And what I do is I'll collect this information and try and connect some dots for everybody. And basically, it's not about the words. I'm not really interested in them. I'm interested in the geometry and what they're trying to show me, and they put it right in your ignorant face. I'm not saying you're retarded, but if you don't know something, you are retarded because you've been retarded of that information. So let's break down what I got here. I got these off eBay as well. I put them up on Facebook, but this is called a triple tau, and if you look here, this one is the chapter of Ireland. You've got the sun in the center there with the triangle. So basically, this is your God. This is what they're saying. That's God. This is the starting point, and it's the beginning and the end. Now, I'll go in. I'll explain this on further videos, and it will make sense. If you've seen me cube octahedron videos, hopefully you'll understand what that is. Now, I've also got this one here. They've put the Holy Bible in the center, and again, if you've watched the new series on Netflix with Superman, where he's the Witcher guy, where he's hunting the witches or whatever the fuck it is, the woman is wearing this, and it's just triangles. There's another triangle, and there's another triangle, because they're saying this is your God. Yeah. As I say, hope this is coming across. I couldn't be more fucking obvious if I tried, but I know for some people it takes a few goes for it to go in. This is your God. This is God. Anyway, I've done this in my videos, but that's a three-dimensional version of that. That's called a tetrahedron. It's one of the platonic solids. It's one of the building blocks, basically. And how you view it from different angles gives you various different degrees. And basically, if you're into your geometry, you'll understand what this shape is. There's 4 sides to it. There's also 3 if you look at it from that way. And this relates to the characters in the films and stuff like that. But anyway, that's not what this one's about. So let's just look at these certificates. Down here, you've got the Star of Divide or Star of David. It relates to the points, also relates to the tetra. If you combine 2 tetrahedrons, you get the star tetrahedron, which would be a 3-dimensional version of the Star of David or Divide. The reason the Jewish people that own the world don't want you looking into their religion is because Freemasonry is based on Jewish Hermeticism. Just going to throw that one out there. Doesn't mean they own geometry. Nobody can own God. Nobody can own the light. I'm just going to clarify that for people. But when you go into looking at their stuff, Jewish symbols will keep popping up time and time again. Right, let's have a look at another one here. This is the Royal Ark Mariners. I guess the sea-going folk needed to use the stars to navigate by. The stars being fixed into the firm ground below you. They had to be initiated into the knowledge. Equally, the boats running on air, on the air engines. At some point, people worked it out, so they had to be initiated. Swear an oath to never tell anybody else. And here you go down there. There's some more tetras. This is why you've 10-pin bowling and stuff everywhere. All right, we'll go on to this one. Is that actually a copy of that one? That's just a... sorry, I'm looking the wrong way. That's the old one there. There's another one here. And that there... The Grand Architect of the Universe. Grand Architect. It implies a design. Architect has to have plans. So this place was built, conceived, thought of. Grand Architect. Massive clue to how this world is constructed. And obviously there's your sun god, which is a cube god, which I've explained. You can get a cube in the center of that. But it's a cube god matrix of light. This is the 2 aspects of the magnetism, the hertz, the black, the flickering. Because it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's going through you at all times. It's what's powering the human body, the heart, the mind, everything. Every little thing on this earth, firmament, this firm flat ground, is powered by the magnetism. Anyway, I couldn't be more obvious with that, could I? Let's just move on. Let's have a look at another one there. I like the American ones, actually. Double-headed eagle. This relates to you being 2 people. At conception, you have a dark side and a light side. You are combined. You'll always be fighting yourself throughout your whole life until you realise this fact. That's why Harry Potter was fighting Voldemort throughout the whole series, because it was him. Yeah, you are two combined. You're two halves. That's that side. That's that side. You're squashed together. It'll help you. Once you realise this, you'll navigate through the world. You're never going to be alone, are you? And then God resides in the centre. Peace. When you can find the balance and walk the narrow road, the narrow path. Anyway, I'm waffling here. There's your tetrahedron again at the top of that one. That's your crown. This is the dodeca, which is formed by the cubes. And the Scottish writer Freemasonry, the guy that did Top Gun, who knew about the air engines, take my breath away, because they were taking the air away to power the engines. What else have we got here? I'm just showing you. Is that a Jewish symbol there? Is it a yod? I think it might be. That's the building blocks. The yods are the building blocks. The tetrahedrons, the building blocks of everything. The tens. Anyway, let's have a look at another one. Where are we now? We're in Scotland. Again, there's the tetrahedron in the centre. That's a black sun there, because the light is both light and dark, black and white. The alpha and the omega, it relates to the circle, beginning and the end. I am, a 9. Anyway, again, there, tetrahedron. We'll go over to Ireland. This is an Orange Order Lodge. King Billy riding a pale horse being the earth, the moon. The moon goes up and down, does an NLM every month. In God our trust. See, these guys are at war with the Catholics over here because they understand the Catholics are retarded of information. They've taken an oath to swear not to share the information, so it puts these guys in a predicament, and I think that's why they turn to drink and food, and their bellies are so big, because it's just driven them to drink. The fact they can't share it with their fellow people born in the same geographical place. A neighbour can be Catholic, born in the same hospital, but this guy can't share that knowledge of the light, and the light being the moon and the sun and what the aspects of the energy grid are. So they just turn to drink, and then parading in front of them all the while, and then they start fighting each other. But the other side doesn't understand what these guys know, and it's just a knowledge of the light that's been hidden by the dirty Catholic Church, which is basically the evil fucking worst thing ever. Anyway, I won't get carried away. Another one here. There's the eye, the Taurus eye of the light. There's the two aspects of the light. That's not satanic, it's just showing you the duality. And in here you've got the 6 around the 1. That could well be Neo in the John Wick on the motorbike scene, where there's 6 around the 1. Many films, 6 around the 1. You'll see it. And again, here's your Jewish roots. Always the Jews, the Jewish Hermeticism, passed the knowledge on to the Freemasons. This is your Dick, Doric, Ionic and Corinthian columns. This is your spirals, relating to again, this Fibonacci spiralized world of energy grid you live within. There's 24 ribs to each of these. Relates to the 24 repeat pattern in the Fibonacci sequence, which the 369 of the Road of Mathematics can be found within. All relates to the Torah. And there's your shadow in the shadow of God. Marking out the shadows is how they worked out the toroidal grid of the imploding tetrahedron. That's how they did it. And obviously they needed 3 because it's a 3-dimensional world at certain aspects. At the solstices, the shadows were cast differently. You'd have more than one shadow showing you the 3 aspect of the light. And there you go. That's that one. I'll just pick a few more here just quickly. I think that's I think that's another one. I think that's the same one, isn't it? And I got a bit carried away with that one, didn't I? And again, this is your capstone, your 69. They removed that at certain solstices. Again, the light shone down directly above you. Certain places on the earth, they worked out the shape of it. They realised the equator was the meeting point of the magnetism. And then it was as simple as that, and they went from there. And there's your spirals, always with the spirals showing you the smoke. It's the toroidal rings of energy of the light. And this one here, you see this in a lot of the Russians, the dodeca, which again is formed in the Fibonacci compression, which Bucky revered the dodeca because it makes you the 6 and the 5. I've done other videos, but I'll go into more detail. And again, this is Ireland. What's this Jewish symbol doing in the Masons who built the sacred temples and churches all over Ireland? Got Jewish symbols right there. The tetramagon, the 72, or as Marty Leeds puts, pi to the 7, pi to the 7. Not wrong either way. But again, there's the light coming from behind it, because it is the light. That's your God, your triangle, your tetrahedron. That's your God. Light. 3 that are 1. And there you go. So as I say, there's a couple more here. We'll just quickly, again, there's the Americans. Again, they're showing you a 5, but again, right in the center there is the tetra. But the reason that they'll always attack the Jews, because they don't want you looking into the Jewish religion, which holds all of the knowledge of the light, which Stan Tenen has talked about. And here again, Jewish symbol, American. This is an American Council Supreme. What's that one there? But again, it's Jewish Freemasonry, it should be called, from what I say, from my research. And again, I really like this. Printed this one off. Let's just have another look one there. There again, that's the Ireland Royal Arch tetrahedron with the sun on it, and the Star of David with 2 of them. Star of David. We've done those, haven't we? So we'll just come to this one here. This one was just an old Bible. But again, you look closely enough, there it is, the tetrahedron God, or the cuboctahedron part of the roof. And down here, the 3, 4, 5. The sacred geometry has covered this, but it all relates to the light. We've just shown you that little sliver there can be made by moving this about. You get it inside it. But yeah, much more. But I like this one. You see this, the Houses of Parliament, as you come in the main reception. This is on the floor, showing you 2 cubes. Every 8 years, there's 8 corners to this, yeah? There's 8 corners to a cube. She makes a pentagram, a 5, a dodeca, showing you the spiral implosion of the hypercubes. And there's an unfolded cube, which is a cross, and the rows being relating to the Fibonacci sequence. And there's your pillars on all the town centres, everywhere around the world. There's your eye, relating to the Taurus, because your eye receives the light that you see. You are part of the light, born of the light, you will die of the light. Don't worry, you'll come back as part another aspect, depending on how well you've done, I guess. And the bees, they form the hexagonal structure of the light matrix. They build using it. That's how they make their beehives. So the Masons revere the bees, hence did the old religious people, because they were just fascinated how they could see the grid work and we can't. But it's all around you. You move around inside it. You fleshy robotic body. Anyway, just a quick one for you there. That's me done. I'll as I say, I'm in the back bedroom here, what used to be me office thing, but I'll get on it hopefully this year now and get building my shed outside, and then get on some proper videos and share them on Facebook until YouTube stop being full fucking retard with everybody and threatening them. And again, just another quick one there. There's your 6 around the one with your menorah, reference to the Taurus. The shadows slightly different because they're coming at different angles here. They were marked out on the grid, 64 grid. There's your 11s. There's a Jewish symbol. Always the Jewish symbol. Stan Tenen will show you the spiral inside the tetrahedron. And there's your 5, and there's your as I've just shown you. There's 1, 3, 1, 3. So there's 3 triangles. There's 3 triangles. One moved that way, one that way, and one that way, forming that shape there. I don't know what else to say really. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Well, yeah. Anyway, hopefully this year will be a decent one for everybody, and hope you enjoyed that one. Quite a long one, that wasn't it? Anyway, bits and bobs.